There were a record-breaking 36 finishes in Season 9 of Dana White Contender Series, and if you missed any of these incredible prospects, no worries, Moneyball MMA's got you covered. In this video, I'm going to feature 10 phenomenal fighters that need to be on your radar. So get a notepad, write down these names, buckle up, and let's get going. Now, going back to the beginning when I was telling you that there were 36 record-breaking finishes, the reason I tell you this is because out of 51 total fights in Season 9, this meant a 71% finish rate. Guys, if by Tuesday you are looking for a fight because you're at midweek blues, Dana White Contender Series is putting it out there. So set an alarm to watch it next season. I'm going to recap the 10 most exciting fighters that I came out of Season 9 with. And I'm going to kick things off at number 10, and I'm actually going to highlight two fighters. And the reason I'm highlighting Adrian Martinetti and Mark Vologdin is because these two made Contender Series history by all accounts, by Dana's account, by Laura Sanko's. Everyone that was there agreed that this was a war on the feet. Adrian Martinetti and Mark Vologdin came out swinging in round one. They exchanged heavy, massive blows, did lots of damage to each other. I want to highlight round two because this is probably the best round for sure in Contender Series history, maybe even UFC history. If you haven't watched it, go take a look at it. All three rounds were really incredible, but round two specifically, the two just went toe to toe the entire time. Heavy, fast pace, exchanging damaging, devastating blows on each other. Both of them were bleeding. Both of them were incredibly damaged. Neither one of them gave up. They kept pacing, pushing with relentless forward pressure on each other, and had gladiator-like resilience. So go watch that fight. Adrian Martinetti ended up getting the W. He also set a record for most significant strikes landed at 213 significant strikes. These two were just phenomenal. Be on the lookout for Adrian Martinetti and Mark Vologdin at bantamweight. But wait, I forgot to tell you. So after that fight, the winner, Adrian Martinetti, instead of going to be interviewed by Laura Sanko, both fighters were transported to the hospital because there was that much damage. And Dana White came out to tell Laura that he was awarding both fighters with the UFC contract and was awarding both of them with a $25,000 performance bonus. Guys, this never happens in Contender Series history. So this was a really special fight. I'm telling you, if you're gonna watch one Contender Series fight from Season 9, this is the one to watch. Adrian Martinetti and Mark Vologdin. Coming in at number 9, I have a 26-year-old undefeated featherweight by the name of Murtazali Magomedov. Now, anyone that comes with a 10-0 record and 100% finish rate deserves to be on the radar. And this fighter comes out of a decent promotion and was a former title holder, so I wanted to watch Murtazali. And he's an all-around good fighter. He's decent on his feet. He's got pretty good striking. His dirty boxing, Muay Thai, is very good. He can have some knees that are fight finishing, but his wheelhouse is going to be on the ground. He's got good takedowns, decent takedown defense. I think the most important thing is that in 3 fights, I've seen him be taken down, and he is able to either reverse it, find his way out of it. Haven't seen him do a whole lot of scrambling, but what I have seen him do, and I think this is dangerous, is submit his opponent. Usually he gets it done in round 2. On Dana White Contender Series, he was able to finish his opponent right away. I don't think he faced the toughest competition, so I look forward to seeing more from Murtazali. He's also a Magomedov, and so whenever you have Magomed in your name somewhere, I think you deserve to be watched. And again, with that 10-0 record and 100% finish rate, I'm looking forward to seeing more. Like I said, he's pretty versatile. I like his dirty boxing, and he just finds a way to get it done. So everybody, this is Murtazali Magomedov, and he is a featherweight. Coming in at 8. Now let me just say, I had already made my list, but I left a couple of spots open, or I left them tentative just in case anyone on episode 10 blew me away. And sure enough, 2 fighters just soared into my top 10. And so number 8 is one of last night's fighters, and he is a 23-year-old featherweight by the name of Marwan Rahiki. He's 7-0. He's on a 7-fight win streak and has a 100% finish rate. This kickboxer is long and rangy, and he's got a lot of pop in his punch. He came up against a Kongan fighter that looked like he had the power of King Kong, knocked Marwan down twice. Marwan had never been knocked down ever before, so it rattled him. He was dazed and confused for a little bit, but resiliently came back up, dominated on top in ground control, and then the two just battled it out from there. In the end, Rahiki got the Kongan against the cage and came in with some nasty slicing elbows, as if he had razors at the end of his elbows, and knocked his opponent down and knocked him out. He's incredible and a very fun fighter to watch, has crisp punches, and I think fans are really gonna like him. Again, that is Marwan Rahiki, featherweight. Be on the lookout for him. Lucky number 7 goes to Kurtis, the Pink Panther Campbell. Now, this is a 23-year-old undefeated Liverpoolian in the featherweight division. He has an 8-0 record. He's on an 8-fight win streak and has a 76% finish rate. Now, friends, we need to talk about the Pink Panther. This fighter is like a melange of opposites. I can't tell if he should be LARPing or if he should be in the octagon. He walks out with Coke bottle rimmed glasses, a ponytail that's right here on the top of his head. His physique is very unassuming. If you saw him on the street, you wouldn't think UFC fighter. He's not shredded. He's 5'9", kind of lanky, kind of hunched over. But when he walks into the octagon, he is supremely confident. You know he has arrived. And guess what? When he fights with the confidence of a savage. This guy is so refreshingly fun to watch because you just really don't expect it out of him. He's well-rounded everywhere, but his expertise is on the ground. And when he's on the ground, he has some vicious ground and pound. At 23 years old, he has a very bright future ahead of him in the UFC. I feel a whisper of Paddy Pimblett, maybe just because they're both from Liverpool and they have kind of this wacky confidence. But let me tell you, Kurtis Campbell's star power is going to be uniquely his own, and it should be, because this is going to be a fun, exciting fighter to watch who really is very talented. Again, Kurtis, the Pink Panther Campbell, be on the lookout for him. Coming in at number 6, I have 25-year-old flyweight by the name of Imanol Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 6-0 with a 1-fight win streak and a 100% finish rate. Prior to coming to the Contender Series, he fought on Tough. He lost in his second bout and was not happy about it, so he went to DC and trained with him on his wrestling. DC kind of fell in love with the guy, couldn't stop raving about him, and we all can see why. This fighter fights like an aggressive, vicious attack dog. If he sees that his opponent is down, he is going to finish him. He is aggressive with short, sharp striking, and he goes in for the kill. I think we're going to see Imanol Rodriguez on a future Noche bout. As a matter of fact, I would be willing to put money on it. He's going to be a crowd favorite because of his fighting style. Lots of punches, lots of power, lots of pace. If his opponent comes into the pocket, he's gonna strike with an elbow. He's got real power for a flyweight. So be on the lookout for Imanol Rodriguez. Rolling in at number 5, I have a Chechen fighter by the name of Baisangur Susurkaev. He's a 24-year-old middleweight, and he has a record of 10-0. He's on a 10-fight winning streak and has a 90% finish rate. Now, this fighter is good everywhere. He is dangerous. His training camp partner is Khamzat Chimaev, who has lauded this fighter, also got the attention of Rainier de Ridder, called him legitimate. Let me tell you a little bit about his Contender Series win. In round 1, he lands a front kick to his opponent like a superhero villain that's punching the superhero out, like sending him to the moon. That's how he wins in round 1. Knockout. He gets his Contender Series contract. 4 days later, Dana White puts him in his UFC debut and gets a rear naked choke in the second round. This fighter is going to finish and we're gonna love it. We're actually gonna see him fight again in November, I think November 15th, his second UFC fight. This fighter is on a tear. We're expecting lots of finishes from him. I don't think it's too much to set that bar high because his wrestling is outstanding. Be on the lookout for Baisangur Susurkaev. Coming in at number 4, I have a featherweight by the name of Marcio Barbosa. Marcio has a 17-2 record. He's on a 4-fight win streak and has a 94% finish rate. And boy, let me tell you, this fighter is electric. He moves well, has a lot of pace, he's got lightning in his hands, and he's always looking for that finish. He can also stuff the takedowns. I think this fighter is going to be crowd pleasing and a favorite because he fights with a lot of intensity. 16 of his 17 fights have ended in a first round finish. So there you have it. Rolling in at number 3, I have 24-year-old light heavyweight AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev. Yakhyaev has a record of 7-0. He's on a 7-fight win streak and he has an 86% finish rate. This fighter comes with a judo background, and boy, he fights like a bull in a china shop the way he rolls through his opponents. He will take them down, stand in their guard, rain punches and elbows on them to weaken them. If they get back up, he's taking them back down again, rinse and repeat, and then he'll finish them. We get to watch Yakhyaev in his UFC debut at Fight Night on November 22nd. Be on the lookout for AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev. Remember when I said I left a couple of spots open in case someone from week 10 blew me away? This guy blew me away. Coming in at number 2, I have 27-year-old Brazilian welterweight Michael Oliveira. Wow, this guy is dangerous. The record of 9-0. He's on a 9-fight win streak and has an 89% finish rate. When I tell you this fighter is impressive, let's just say the moment he enters the octagon, there is this quiet, chiseled, shaped like a V, statuesque, assassin nature about him. Just looking at him makes you take a deep breath. And then he begins to fight, and he is patient, but he is powerful, and he's timing his shots just right, and he'll come in with a clean left jab that is straight, and he'll start doing damage surgically, like he is a technical sniper that is looking to finish you. So even though he's a patient fighter, he moves quickly. He's patient because he's a predator looking for the right moment to strike. He's quick and agile, and he catches his opponents off guard. I think we're going to see world-class fighting from this fighter. Be on the lookout for Michael Oliveira. The moment is now, the moment you've all been waiting for. My number 1 pick for Dana White Contender Series Season 9 is Magomed Zaynukov. Now, I'm not going to spend time with his nickname because I think the world knows based on all the memes that his nickname is John Pork. I know he doesn't like it, so I'm not going to focus on that. His nickname is officially Wild Chanko. Someone misheard Islam say Wild Chanko and said it was John Pork, so there's all these crazy memes about it. Magomed doesn't like that name, so I'm not going to stick with it. But this fighter is the most exciting fighter to watch. He throws a barrage of powerful strikes. And remember earlier, I was talking about the fighter who threw the most significant strikes and got the record? That same night, Magomed Zaynukov comes in, breaks that record, and lands 248 significant strikes against his opponent. Yes, his opponent was standing. That fight went to decision, but it was clear who the winner was. Magomed Zaynukov is a true technical fighter. He comes from a Muay Thai background. He's a 4-time champ at Muay Thai. And he will come at you from everywhere and he will land everything. It's almost like his opponents are in the matrix with him. And remember when Neo dodged the bullet came at him? That's how Zaynukov fights. He'll be around, under, in front of the opponent's guard, and he will land every single one of those so quick and so powerful. Highly impressive. I've got to give a shout out to his opponent that night because he was a soldier. He took those punches and he went toe to toe with them. Clearly Magomed was the winner, but shout out to that guy. And actually, thanks to Caldas because we got to see what Magomed is made of. He trains with Islam and Habib. He's a Dagestani fighter, so of course he's gonna have an incredible ground game. We expect great things grappling from him, but we never got to see that because the whole fight was on the feet. And it's just fine if we never get to see him on the ground because he is so exciting on his feet. Can't wait to watch him make his debut in the UFC. If you haven't looked him up already, go watch one of his fights, in particular his Contender Series fight. Magomed Zaynukov, my numero uno. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Contender Series Season 9 is on the books, and it was history making. I'm telling you, if you aren't watching this series, go catch Season 10 because fighters know now that they have to finish. And so that levels up everyone when they're fighting in the octagon on this series, and it makes so much more appealing for us as fight fans. I think some of these fights are as good as fight night fights. So tune into Season 10. Give me your comments below. Who was your favorite fighter? And how do you think that Season 9 compared to previous seasons? I look forward to hearing from you. Bye, guys.